Hello, I'm Rob Jellesed. I have with me Bob Nelson of Pacwest Real Estate Investments, and we're in step 2 of a 3-step buying or selling process that Bob follows which is a culmination of many years of successful real estate transactions. I personally am very interested in this because I've been through it before with Bob as a seller and as a buyer, and I think it's really important for people getting into real estate to understand, commercial real estate, to understand how this process works, because I follow it and I'm a strong disciple of his process. So Bob, we're in step 2 now.
Okay.
We just did step 1 a little bit ago, and if
Right.
you're interested in it, it's on my YouTube channel. I highly recommend you listen to this process. It's very informative. Now we're in step 2, and step 2 starts by what?
Well, step 2 is a summary of what I had understood in terms of benefits, investment benefits being sought by the client. And what I will do is simply ask the question, first of all, what has changed since our last meeting? Because if I've done a good job in the first session, and again, these sessions are probably 3, 4, 5 days apart in an ideal situation. It allows the individual to think through the process of what was discussed and what was summarized, because in most instances, frankly, and you stand right in the middle of the forest, it's difficult to identify where you are.
Sure.
It's a confusing process. You think that you're after such and such, primarily because you didn't like that issue in the property that you currently own, or at least your perception of what real estate is about, investment real estate is about. So rather than identify what you don't like, hopefully we've identified what you do like and the benefits that you're after. So, and as I asked the question, what's changed since our last meeting, your thought process. More than anything, you've started to crystallize, these are the benefits that I'm after in a property. So that's the starting point. I'm going to listen very carefully, because the person rarely is the same individual mentally, strategically, emotionally, as they were in the first meeting, which was only several days ago. But it's important that I do that. And then I will do a brief summary of what I perceived that I understood out of our first meeting, and look for correction, because at that point they'll add definition, they'll add greater clarity to what I perceive to be an issue.
How do you know after meetings 1 and 2 that you've successfully achieved your goal?
You can read it on an individual, whether they're buying into the process. Some people have the bit in their teeth and they're going to do this regardless of what happens. And as I perceive that as being either not achievable in the market or not reasonable for what they're attempting to do, I have a lot of trouble if I don't understand the process of going out and helping them dive off the cliff as if a lemming.
So a successful interaction would be one that you feel confident that you fully understand the 360 degrees of that person's environment, what they want to do and when they want to do it.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Good. Well, hey, that was great. I like that step 2 as well, because I feel like I did go through that exact same process, and it's good to get that reaffirmed that that's really the right direction to go.
Now, one thing, let's finish up with this concept. In the first counseling session, I don't discuss real estate at all. I don't propose a solution at all. I'm just simply listening and learning, as opposed to attempting to solve the issue. In the second meeting, I'll start to suggest the benefits that they're after, and as they do a buy-in with a clarification of the things that we're after, then I'm ready for step 3. With step 3, I will now start to talk about the real estate.
And you know, that's a great segue to step 3 in our next video.
Okay.
Because we're going to go into more detail on what step 3 is now that we know what step 1 and 2 are.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to our conversation here, and I hope you find this valuable, because this is the process I follow, has been taught by the master here, Bob Nelson. Thanks again. Hi, I'm Rob Jellesed of Coldwell Banker Pacwest Realty in Medford, Oregon, and this is my YouTube channel. I hope you find the content on here entertaining, informative, and enjoyable, and somewhat comical. Thank you for watching.